Namaste. Om Matrai Namaha. My name is Sunita Bhalla and I run a yoga center, Gems of Yoga. I'm an accredited yoga teacher from Yoga Alliance Professional UK, a senior yoga teacher and conduct yoga teacher training programs. This series is a part of my registered yoga teacher training, 300 hours, where our basic requirement is understanding the higher aspects of Hatha Yoga, which is called the Kriya Yoga. And I'm going to be explaining the principles of perseverance in the acquisition of wisdom and the practice of meditation. We would also be delving on the importance of practices of Kriya Yoga and how does it differ to the practices of yoga, how we dealt with it in our 200 hours yoga teacher training at Gems of Yoga with Sunita. And so first we must understand that if I am speaking a million words and reading a lot of books, it does not mean that my consciousness is going to change. And this is exactly the mistake that a lot of philosophers are making throughout the ages, because it is possible to devour a million of books on any of the social media and to get great amounts of knowledge, but this is not connected in any way with the expanded awareness, because it is merely accumulation of mental and spiritual factual data. Whereas our aim is to encourage you to become a suitable vessel for the influx of higher consciousness. Now, Shri Aurobindo, who by the way was studied in Howard and then renounced and came into yoga and created integral yoga. And Shri Aurobindo, he said that the cup has to be left clean and empty for the divine liquor to be poured into it. Very simple but very profound. Now the emphasis will be on your personal practices and effort, because without your personal practices and effort, you will not develop the sensitivity and awareness to your external and internal environment. So I will be starting with the assumption that you know little or nothing about your yoga practice. I know you have done 200 hours, but I will be going with this assumption. And gradually, the practices that will be introduced and developed step by step in the hope that your personal practices and your experiences will also develop from a beginner to the intermediate level, and different insights will be experienced by you, because failure to do this can lead to disappointment and disillusionment. For example, all of you have heard of meditation, and you may sufficiently prepare yourself and practice yourself without sufficient preparation. You may just sit comfortably, close your eyes, wait for something to happen, and then wander with your mind to the outside. Your mind is still running outside. It's mulling over the problems, but your eyes are closed, but there is hardly any relaxation. In fact, frustration that you cannot relax. So what do you conclude? You conclude, oh, nothing is gained. The meditation doesn't work for me, or it is nothing more than a hoax. So here, when the preparation was not there, so you will fail to gain anything. Yoga is like any other art or science where preparation and training are very important. So my objective is your regular and intense practices of the techniques as I introduce and explain them to you, and we will progress from the simple to the most difficult one. Please remember, simple is the more advanced. So there will be a number of topics I will be systematically speaking to you about in the order of your practices of your daily programs. And these topics will include general discussions which are intended to develop your understanding of integral yoga and side by side with your physical and mental transformation. Various cleansing techniques are included which will progressively purify your body to help you in the subtle practices of Kriya Yoga. And there will be various asanas and subtle energies of asanas which will help to strengthen your body and make it more flexible and give you more control over bodily fluctuations, resulting in vibrant good health, which will lead you, as you know, in Ashtanga Yoga, Yam Niyam Asana, Pranayam. So it will lead you to different pranayama techniques, which I will be including, which will develop your breathing capacity, and that will lead you not only to better health but to an increased clarity and calmness of the mind. Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyan. So meditation practices which will be aimed at developing your ability to explore and to your mind and to root out any subconscious problems. And finally, I will lead you to the techniques of Kriya Yoga, because my aim is to give you personal experience of what people have tried to talk about in the abundance of literature that exists today on Kriya Yoga and the experience of higher vibratory planes of existence. But to do all this, I need something. I need you to be having perseverance in the acquisition of wisdom and the practice of meditation. Because perseverance in the acquisition of wisdom and the practice of meditation is a distinct quality which is demanding the continuous reapplication of willpower to whatever cause you believe is right and worthy. So perseverance in its ever newly creative outlook is different from stubbornness, which is a refusal to re-examine your facts or to reappraise your position with regards to them. Perseverance means not to allow yourself to be dissuaded or diverted from your worthwhile goals, but to meet every difficulty creatively with new solutions and continue to persevere till your ends have been beautifully achieved. Thus, perseverance means to be willing to re-examine your position and, if necessary, to correct your first assumptions, thereafter seeking ever new avenues by which a worthwhile goal may be achieved. It means to be firm in the faith that what is right and true must eventually come to pass, provided you hold firmly to the high principles. In Hatha Yoga, I have crafted the sequence and I have given it a name, the shift. Take your life back, reclaim it. The light in me honors the light in you. Om Matrai Namaha. Namaste.